Be your own cheerleader. Zhuzhed up setup. Cheers. Honestly, multitasking. Do I ever do anything else? Wait, what? Here it is. Testing. Hello, and welcome back to another video, or welcome if you are new. My name is Nicola, and I have a home fragrance business that I run from home, obviously, in my kitchen with a toddler and a baby and a meal. And I'm trying to calm the chaos, find a balance, and thrive, not survive. It's been a bit all over the place lately. I have had various breaks and other things going on, which has honestly made everything feel really choppy. I've now got a bit of a chunk of time. I'm also ill. I mentioned in my last video that we all kind of got a bit of a cold. Nothing major, but of course mine developed into sinusitis. I'm ploughing on at the moment. Touch wood, I think I'm on the tail end of it. I hope I'm on the tail end of it, because there's just a lot I want to do, if I'm honest. I'm sort of raring to get go, and then I keep getting... But we're here, and we've just been away. I came back straight into a market. I had a day in between. So we came back on the Friday, I had a market on the Sunday, and on the Saturday I was actually supporting my brother and his wife and her brother in the Spartan run. That's what it's called. Anyone who hasn't heard of it, it's basically, there's a 21k, a 5k and a 10k. They did all three. And throughout these is ridiculous. I was going to say challenges. That seems a massive understatement, if I'm honest. They're monkey barsing and under nets, army crawling and carrying chains, and it's intense. So yeah, on Saturday we went there and had coffee and ice cream and watched them do these wonderful things. And then on Sunday I was off to Bedford, and it was an interesting one, I have to say. It was great, obviously, but I needed a kick up the bum, I think. I know I mentioned right at the start of this YouTube journey about doing a kind of business glow up series. Sorry if I sound bunged up, it's because I am. Yeah, a business glow up really. And I had this long list of things that I wanted to do and to change and to work on and to grow. And obviously that was always going to be a very slow list to get through, with having a 3-year-old and a 6-month-old and doing this on a hourly, half an hour a day type situation. Obviously you can only do so much at a time. But I did feel on Sunday like markets is the area I want to start with. The year before last, I did focus mainly on markets. I did loads of markets, loads of events to sort of figure out where I fit in, what worked well for me, where my people were. And it was a lot, it was intense. There were some fantastic ones, some not so fantastic ones. Generally, I got a really good feel for where I'm at. So then last year, obviously I was pregnant with our little girl. So events were being fizzled out a little bit, and I focus more online. This year I'm trying to do a bit of both. Markets were a bit neglected, I think, and I think I maybe underestimated not how important they are. Obviously you can completely run a business without going out to events, but I do enjoy events, and it is a good way to get yourself and your brand out there for people that might not just stumble across it online or on Instagram or wherever. And I haven't really, I do like my display, I do like my setup, it's very on brand, so to speak, but I haven't really changed anything in a while, and I really felt it on Sunday. I don't know if I was just in a bit of a funk, I'm not really sure. It was really busy for the first hour or so, packed, and I mean a herd of people just cramming through, and honestly no one was stopping, and it's really hard not to take that personally. I think I'm just not the kind of, obviously candles and everything that goes in it and the refillable and all that sort of thing isn't a quick flyby kind of situation, because actually as the day quietened down I got busier, which is a really interesting way around to do it. Yeah, it did. I don't know, maybe it just made me think about things a little bit more, because overall the day was great. It was great, but it just looked tired, I think. Maybe I looked tired, maybe I feel tired. It felt tired. It just, I don't know, it needs a bit of a zhuzh up. I know I bought some paint to paint my shelves that I've not yet had a chance to do, and I think it's just little things. I had ordered some new display bits to go with the market. It hadn't arrived in time, unfortunately. But wow, I say that, it arrived literally while I was there. And yeah, it needs a spruce up. I did have a wander around it towards the end of the day when it gets quieter. There's some really beautiful stalls there. I was opposite an illustrator called Emily O'Connor, and honestly her setup was it was beautiful. Yeah, it was absolutely stunning. She had the most gorgeous art and illustrations, and it was all book and cat themed. I mean, of course I bought from her. Yeah, it was just so pretty to look at, and it just really made me just step back, I think, because I think obviously your own setup, it just becomes a bit of a routine of setting up, and you know what you're doing each time, and this goes there and this goes there. And I think, yeah, it was good to sort of just stand back. It was helpful. It was really good, actually. And I think it was a bit of a kick up the bum that I needed. I was really low on business cards. I'd got no like how to refill your candles or anything like that. I was getting quite low on bags. It was fine. The day was great, but I didn't feel great because I've got sinusitis, but you know what I mean. So I think we're going to start the glow up. I've got my little local one this weekend. Little local one. It's not a little local one. It's just my local one, but it's only a few hours, so that's why I call it little. Got hair on my face. So I got rained on as well this morning. And then the following weekend, I've got another big one in Swindon at the Steam Museum again, where I've actually been there quite recently. It feels very close together. So I'm hoping maybe for that one, I can have a bit more of a zhuzhed up setup and see how that works. Have a little play around while I'm there. It's a nice big space, so I've got a bit of wiggle room. Because I have got a fair few markets coming up, and I want to do quite a lot, especially over autumn, winter. I'm going to say missed out on that last year. I was having a baby. I mean, out of the two. Mid-October onwards, I didn't do any events. So I am quite looking forward to the autumn winter period. So I just want to put some energy into that. I'm waffling now. So I'll put a few bits in this video, but I think I will do a designated video just to this. But yeah, on that topic then, just a few things I got. Honestly, they're not anything overly special. I did get, and I have put it in the wash already, Hessian-ish looking table runner thing to go underneath my table runner. That will make sense another time, just to break up the black a little bit. The other thing I noticed are my Smell Me candles. So I have little mini candles at the front that say Smell Me on them for people to pick up and smell other things. And again, they just look a bit tired. They've been smelt a lot. They're pretty strong. Most of them. Some of them have lost their smell a little bit. They've been sat there for a couple of years, probably. They've been on the front of my table, but they are in frosted jars. And one of the reasons that not avoid, but I'm not a fan of clear glass candle, not refillable candles. I know that's something I mentioned I might do, but just general candles is glass adhesion. So with wax, it does pull away from the glass slightly as it cools. So I don't know if you've ever had a clear glass candle that maybe even starts off at the beginning as like a beautiful colour, like you can see the wax colour through it, and then it starts to look a bit I don't know what the word is, if I'm honest with you. I've gone a bit blank. It's like where you've got like, not like bubbles, but bits of it have sort of pulled away from the glass. If you've seen it, you know what I'm trying to say. So they've kind of done that a little bit, which is fine, because I guess I wanted you to be able to see the colours through the glass, but I don't know if it just looks a bit scruffy now. So I'm going to have a look at some other options and then have a nice bright label on it, so they're still sort of colour coordinated, but just a bit cleaner. I don't know, hopefully that makes sense. But on that note, I got some bits of wood basically, but are these, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I don't know, I thought maybe layers, levels, different heights. And then I got two of these. I do already have a cake stand, but it is broken. I'm assuming, I'm not going to overly try and build it, but I'm assuming that goes in there and that goes there. So I've got this one and then a bigger one. Again, I've got one, and I put my display wax melter on it at the moment, but the bottom's broken and I have to like balance it. This is what I mean. It's things that I guess you just get stuck in a bit of a rut, and I think it's good to mix things up a little bit. So overall, the market was great. I was ready. I thought I was ready while we were away. I did think I was ready. I mentioned that I wanted to be ready before we went away so that I could just come back and go. And I did. I was ready. And then we got back, and on the Saturday, while we were at this Spartan thing, I was having a little bit of panic because I was like, I'm not ready. I still hadn't boxed up my diffuser bottles. I'd got some candles to top and wrap. I didn't feel ready, and then thought I'd be finishing stuff off and packing the car up late at night after the children had gone to bed, and turned out I was ready. And it was nice. It was fine. I got there. I did set out a couple of fragrances. I have sold out of my Orange Blossom, which is called Belle. After the business, it is the main. It wasn't one of the first 6 scents actually, but it is the main one. It's the main man now, and I've sold out of that, and I cannot get one of the ingredients for it. I have emailed the company to see, because they're selling samples of it, but not the actual full size. I don't really want to have to buy goodness how many samples, so that's just on hold, I think, I don't know what to do about that really. I wait for them to answer, I guess is the main thing. And then banana bread, sold out. You never know really which scent's going to go on that day, but it was banana bread was the winner of the day. And I didn't realise that I got there how depleted my wax melt stock was. So that is another job for me to do. Aside from that, I have got some orders to pack, which is lovely. And honestly, the main thing I need to think about is sorting our house out. Behind the camera is the aftermath of the market. I have boxes and stock piled up. I realised that I've got like a trolley and 3 bags of stuff. And I noticed I don't use 50%, at least 50% of the stuff, especially in the bags. There's just like, honestly, there's like empty paracetamol packets and charger cables that I've obviously gone out to a market thinking, oh, I need a phone charger. And then the next time I've gone, oh, I need a phone charger. And there's like 5 phone chargers in there. I actually think I could go through that. And I don't even know if I need the bags. They might all fit in the trolley. And that's far less stuff to be carrying around. So I need to do that. So my plan, as always, was to leave it out and then go through it all before I put it all back, which does make sense. However, we've just come back off of a second holiday break, so there's stuff everywhere, and now there's also market stuff everywhere. It is chaos. So I'm gonna just sort of potter about. I think I just need to try and get by this week and just recoup, get everything organized, get things put back and start restocking. And yeah, aside from that, I think we're adjusting really. Baby girl has gone in her own bedroom and I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it suits her, honestly. I was worried. I don't know what I was worried about. Well, I do. It's just a lot, isn't it? It's a lot. And it goes so fast. I don't know. But she's happy. Toddler's back to nursery, although it is then half term next week. I am thinking I might be calling on grandparents a little bit more. I think I need to be a bit more realistic in what I'm trying to achieve. Not just business-wise, but like obviously there's no point in adding this. I'm just going off on a tangent now. There's no point in me putting this pressure on myself to grow a small business if I'm not going to grow the small business. Like, what's the point? If I'm not actually going to add anything to my family, then why am I doing it? I mean, obviously I enjoy it, so that's one reason to do it, but there's no point just struggling all the time and not ever accepting any help, because that's just kind of how I am. I like to do everything myself, but I might, let grandma take them for a walk. We'll see. But for now, I've got a bucket of tea. Actually, I know it says coffee. I'm not confused. It is tea. It's just a big fat mug, which is what I need right now. That and probably some Sudafed. And we'll see how we go. I think that's everything for now. I don't think I have anything left to say. It feels like a long time, actually, since I've talked to you. Oh, no, there is another thing. Maybe I'll talk about it later. I'm going to drink my tea and have some baby cuddles because she's going to wake up soon. Or I'm going to go and poke her and wake her up because I miss her. We'll see where the day and week takes us. Cheers. Okay, so welcome to my dining room. I feel really vulnerable filming this actually, but this is what 2 holidays, 2 markets and 2 kids. Well, it's not really their mess, to be fair, but this is what it creates. Is that the word? I still have sinusitis, but I also have about an hour. So should I be laid down resting, drinking a cup of tea? Probably, but I can't look at this anymore. I am going to make a big coffee. I'm going to put some YouTube on for a bit of motivation and just do what I can. Again, the realities of running a business from home. Just try not to judge me, please. Does anybody else have random graveyards throughout the house of things they're meant to fix? Think it goes there? Add it to the pile. If you're managing to not judge me right now, then hats off to you, because I am judging myself. How many buggy bags does one woman need? My toddler has a bit of an obsession with picking up pine cones. Keep finding pine cones all over the house, but I also don't have the heart to get rid of them. Maybe there's some art or something I could do. I have to say that actually wasn't too bad. I thought this was the worst corner. Oh, the inside of a wrapping paper roll. Apart from that, that wasn't actually too bad. The other side, however, is busy, and then market stuff is there to go away. But not sponsored. I made I wouldn't say huge error, but at the market on Sunday, this is what I mean when I need to sort through my stuff. This seemingly innocent little bag had fallen out into the cupboard, and I got cocky and didn't use a list. Basically, this bag has got all of my, if you can see that, scent names on, and I pop them, if it makes sense, on the shelves underneath each product so that people can clearly see what fragrances there are or what they're looking for. Especially with the wax melts, obviously they are like a pick and mix style, so they're not in packaging, so it's really important. Otherwise I'm just, either people give up and don't want to pick anything up and smell it, but I didn't panic. I hand wrote some, which doesn't look as professional, obviously. But that being said, I did send a picture to my husband, who said it actually looked nicer in a less, it's quite a chunky font. So I think 2 lessons learned, check your list. 3 lessons learned, check your list. Don't underestimate the little bags, but also redo your scent list. More pine cones and more socks and more coffee. I don't think quite like the feeling of wiping it all down at the end. I don't think there is being more than a feeling. I have only got about half an hour before I need to leave to pick up my toddler from nursery, so I don't know why I'm lighting wax melts, but I feel like it's a moment that needs celebrating, you know? However, either side of the table are still pretty bad, so I'm gonna put a light on. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna need to shimmy this up, I think, and then I will put some stock away. What do you do with old, not old, but stuff you thought about that you're keeping because you might use but you currently don't use? We'll put it with the advent calendar. Next box. Wax melters. I don't really have, my goodness me, anywhere. Should we open the curtain? I don't really have anywhere for these to go. Is there room? Maybe. There was room. My camera died, hence why we've moved. But I've just realised my radiator. Can you hear that? I don't know. The battery's getting low, so I need to crack on, and I'm also running out of time. But while these did fit around my seconds items, I have just found the bag that I actually take to markets. So this is a very small amount, but at least the back stock is away. So I'm just gonna unload everything from the market, get it all put away in here. Crikey. And then that might be it for today, if I'm honest with you. But I haven't seen this floor in quite some time, so that makes me happy until I restock on things and then have nowhere to put them. So here we go. Hold up here again. But we're making progress. I mean, that's kind of asking for trouble, really, isn't it? But I think it's stable. Honestly, I didn't realise how much I had sold out of at the weekend. So I've definitely got some restocking to do. I've also decided I need to change one of the colours of these two. So these are 2 different scents. Yes, I know. Hard to tell. Of course my cat is going to jump in this box. One is linen, one is sage and sea salt. They're not overly different, to be fair. They're both on the sort of fresh side of things. Again, they are, and it's a bit difficult with the window now, and I don't know why I do it to myself, if I'm honest with you. Make a more obvious difference. So I think I'm going to do that. I think just to reflect the colour of the candle and what's going on inside, I think I'm going to make the linen more blue. So there we go. It's not ideal, I suppose, that there's a box there still, but compared to the boxes that were there before, really so much better. So this is what I'm left with in terms of market stuff. Some stories going on. With the exception of the tablecloths and the front sign, I have already just put those in the wash. I'm now sat on the floor. But that's probably me done now. I'm quite happy with that. I have got to go and pick up my toddler from nursery. It is absolutely chucking it down, and my husband has got the car in Birmingham today. I say the car, the working car. Long story. Yeah, I've got to walk and we're going to get drenched. So, but even so, we'll all get back, dry off, have a cup of tea, and we'll see where the rest of the week takes us. Hello, here we are. I'm just making a personalised order and I thought it's a nice time to have a little closing chat. This was actually really sweet actually. I got an email about a personalised order because White, I think I mentioned, I didn't need to mention, I've mentioned it a lot, but White has been out of stock for goodness knows how long. And there's someone looking to get a personalised candle specifically in white. So long story short, I'm waffling as always. She emailed to see when they'll come back in stock because she wanted this person, blah 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 blah. And she was just so sweet. I was restocking it that weekend. It was when I was at the market, so I emailed her back and said it's coming back in stock, blah blah blah. And she just said the nicest things ever. I won't go into too much gushingness, but she had said some really lovely things about. So she's had the candles before, and they both really love the candles, and I don't want to say too much because I think this might be a surprise, but what she's ordered is obviously for someone who already uses my stuff, and yeah, it was just really nice. And then she also said that she is watching the YouTube channel, so and that it's been really helpful and that she's got her own kids of her own, and sharing the struggle I think was a general vibe, and it's really nice because obviously this is all new to me, the YouTube and stuff, but I don't know if you can hear my washing machine spinning in the background. That's probably really annoying. Hopefully this mic is doing its job. It was just really nice because that's why I'm doing it, to share the chaos, and it was really really sweet. So big shout out to Vicky. I did ask if I could give a little shout out, and I hope I don't know if it's a surprise. I hope the gift that I'm currently making is lovely. For saying that, I was going to sort of make this on camera, but again I don't know if it's a surprise, but either way, here we are. We've made it to the end, almost the end of the week. It's not quite, it's been a bit of a struggle if I'm honest. Do I ever say anything other than that? Not sure I do. The main thing that I'm super chuffed about, as you will have seen, is I did sort stuff out. It was bad. Luckily it wasn't bad for very long. I think I'm still coming down from the carnage. That's sorted, and I'm just left with market display items. Still out, to be fair, but I know why they're out. That's my next job, and I'm really looking forward to doing that. So that's quite a nice feeling. It's been one of those weeks where I just feel like I've just cleaned and tidied and tidied and cleaned and cleaned and tidied, and then, but let me get a candle. Oof. Yeah, it's just felt like a bit of a week where I'm just chasing my tail really, but I think we're getting there. This is looking good. This is your jar, Vicky. I do just everything, as I've mentioned before, and then the fun bit. I think what I'm going to do, I've got my phone here. I think you can do view. Yeah, I'm going to film it and maybe put it on Instagram or something a little bit later, so that I don't ruin any surprises. I don't know when this is actually for. I know she said that, nearly did a spoiler there, the person does watch this, so I don't want to spoil anything, but I will film it on there and then maybe pop it on Instagram there as well. Honestly, multitasking. Do I ever do anything else? So that's it really, if I'm honest. I'm sort of ready to go to the market on Saturday, the little local one that I mentioned, and honestly I'm just raring to get stuck into the market display stuff. I've got a basket. I don't think I need to concentrate on getting this straight. Nice. Be your own cheerleader. Yeah, looking forward to getting stuck in on that and just moving forward really, not being in a state of carnage and chaos, she says. And I know that I'm probably, it's never ending, isn't it really? With or without kids, I think the house is it's just a lot really. I'm waffling. I'm gonna finish this candle and get it packed and shipped off to its lovely new home, and then make a cup of tea. Actually start looking at market display stuff, which I'm quite excited about. That'll be what's next. I will be sorting all of that out. I have started having a little browse, so I really want to just get stuck in and actually make some decisions. And I can't get this off. It's really stressing me out. She did it. Right. It is nice. It's nice to sit and do, because with a personalised one officer, you have to just sit and do it. And it's why I do it. This is the whole point. Right. Have your own little message on a candle that you can refill over and over again. But yeah, so I'm just gonna finish this, get this done, get my cup of tea, park myself at my computer. I have accepted a baby walk from grandma this morning, so she will be here in a minute actually. But it feels very weird. Mum guilt is a thing, but it's just, what is it, an hour? I mean, I really don't. Peeling off the main moment, so just bear with me. I say bear with me like I'm not gonna edit that out, but yes. Oh, I'm happy with that. Which is a good thing, right? I'm not sure how much of that was actually in shot for Instagram, but I really want to show you, but I don't want to really think, so I'll show you the back. Maybe the message on the front. Right, let's get it labelled up. I'm going to do that in a moment. If you would like to see me actually make this candle, by all means, come and follow me on Instagram. There's a shameless plug. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there for today. I think, as always, thank you so much for watching and joining me on whatever this journey is. We'll get there. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.